So Humane released a new update video recently, and they sneaked in this little feature that's in development.
Now I want to show you the potential of AI Pin to actually create content like a spreadsheet. Let me show you. Make a spreadsheet about top consumer tech reviewers on YouTube. Make sure to include their real names, subscribe accounts, and URLs.
Sending to data center.
Now it's going off and doing all this research for you, trying to figure out who the top ones are, and it's collecting them into a spreadsheet so that you can just look at it. Let me bring it up here. All right, here I've got it. I've got everything ranked by subscriber count. It's got the URLs in there. Looks like there's 21. I asked for 20, so we've got an extra. But you know, you get the point.
It actually pulled up 20 values, and it's only the header that's causing that one extra. So the Humane AI pin did the action correctly. That's besides the point. The point that I'm trying to make is we've seen this feature before, right? Let's take a look at the Rabbit R1 demo real quick.
Can you create an additional column that matches candidates who mentioned rabbit in their questions about how they found us?
Sure, let me take a look at the table and add the matching column for you. I've processed the table and sent you an email with the results.
Okay, now let's check our email. I can continue to interact with RabbitOS even beyond R1.
So Rabbit had released their large action model features since day one, 2 months ago in January. So it's really interesting to see the AI pin basically borrow certain feature concepts like that from Rabbit already. Because both devices are currently unreleased. The Rabbit R1 is getting shipped this month. The AI pin is getting shipped next month. It looks like the Humane team kind of has a long-term vision with the AI pin, and they're planning on pushing developments over time. So it's beautiful to see that they saw something interesting in the Rabbit R1 demo and they decided to build something for themselves with the AI pin. Now, this is a speculation that I'm making that they borrowed this feature. Maybe they were working it for a long time. Let me know what you think about that, but I have a suspicion that they kind of butt heads with each other because I was kind of looking at them on Twitter, how the CEOs of Rabbit and how the CEO of Humane interact with one another. And it seems like the CEO of Rabbit is a little bit competitive against the CEO of Humane. Let's take a look at this tweet where the CEO of Humane is trying to use the AI pin to translate what's on a Kit Kat bar that's written in Japanese.
Translate the text on this bag I'm holding to English.
Translating text.
And it takes a minute to process.
The text on the bag translates to adult sweetness in English.
That took a long time to process, not a minute exactly, but a long time. And this is Jesse Liu, the CEO of Rabbit, responding to this tweet by doing the same action.
What do you see here and translate the text into English?
Let me look at that. I can see the image you've shown me. It's a package of Kit Kat and the Japanese text reads, which translates to adult sweetness, indicating a flavor that is tailored to adult preferences.
Obviously, way quicker. This caption says easy, R1 is faster. They're getting messy on Twitter. It's really funny. It's really fun to look at. Obviously, competition is great because it's going to give us all a better product. Unless AI definitely comes and eliminates all of us, but that's besides the point. The AI pin being able to do actions for you is a game changer when it comes to the functionality of that little device. Initially, I really thought that the only thing you would be able to do was query things like query on Google Maps or query your text messages, query data. It's just an enhanced ChatGPT little device, but it being able to use its camera and its microphone to be able to analyze different inputs and being able to perform actions for you is such a game changer, considering that people are expected to be wearing it here on their chest or wherever it is on their devices. Being able to perform actions while in this form factor is pretty cool to me personally. And the CEO of Rabbit also disagrees with that. He says, I think we are not really heading to the hands-free route yet. R1 is purposefully designed to be fun and fidgeting to hold. The Why not be an app gang? And why do I have to carry this gang? Will most likely change their minds when we ship. Obviously, I disagree with this because the more time goes by, the more I kind of wonder what the point of a Rabbit R1 is, other than just being a cool, finicky device. I was just checking on my YouTube suggestions, and the two thumbnails that pop up are useless but genius as thumbnails and useless question mark by these two YouTubers. So that's pretty interesting to see the public reaction. I also see in my comment sections where people actually don't like either devices. So there's that. There's the bearish aspect when it comes to these two devices. We did see, however, when they were at the MWC conference in Barcelona last month, that the device does overheat when it uses the laser thingy to project onto your hand. So definitely we need to wait for people to be able to use these devices, both the Rabbit R1 and the AI pin, for extensive periods of time to see how it fits into people's real lives and make a conclusion whether we actually find some purpose in these devices. I also am glad that Humane doesn't respond to similar ways like Apple used to do, where they just don't communicate on social media and they don't tweet anything, or they only respond to their own press releases and they don't acknowledge any of the competition. Because this guy Ray Wong tweeted the 4 gadgets I cannot wait to try out, and he includes the AI pin, which is right next to the R1. And Bethany Bongiorno, the CEO of Humane, tweets out, excited for you to try out the AI pin as well. Kind of glad to see that they're kind of out there, always responding to comments, to tweets and stuff. And this was right after the Rabbit R1 demo release, when things were kind of fiery and the audience was overreacting to the R1. So it's great to see that. Anyway, let me know what you think about this announcement, whether this is exciting to you, whether this doesn't change your mind about the AI pin. And I'll see you next week. Bye.